Okay, I want to make a little video about something that happened, and I'm going to add it to this. I'm not sure if I'm going to add it to this series that I just started or what. It was supposed to be part of one, but I was going to do one before it, the first one, about people doing social faux pas and connect them all together. But I tried doing that yesterday, and it just really, it was all over the place, which this one might be too. But this one is more like, since Halloween's coming up, I might do one because it's kind of spooky what happened. I mean, I'm a person who believes in coincidences. Seriously, I believe in coincidences. Do happen. There's no mystical, magical thing that causes them to, not in my view. But, coincidences make some weird stories and weird things happen. This one, though, it made me, I even sat there and I said, I'm not going to even think of this one as being coincidence. It's too weird. And I told Adam was there when it happened, and I told him, and whew, it was weird. But it's something like so little, but it seemed so big. Okay, so a little background on this one. Like I said, I tried to do a video about faux pas, along that line. This one, what it was I had bought these shoes from a Tuesday morning. And I don't know what you would call them. I think people might call them something like Crocs or clogs, or I don't know what the term for them these days is, but they're plastic and they're real comfortable. And I have hardwood floors at home, and I kept having problems with one of my heels, my right heel. And I had seen a doctor, but before I saw the doctor, for months before that, and even that day, I had bought some of those, I guess you call them insoles, like Dr. Scholl's insoles or something like that. And I had been using them for a while. And even that morning when I went to the doctor's office, I just bought some new ones some for my, whatever they're called, clogs, whatever. Well, I actually saw the nurse practitioner, and she gave me some advice, and and she told me to buy those insoles. And I said, well, I've already been doing that. She says, well, you have to wear them all the time, when you're walking around. And I'd already told her that I just bought something that morning, but she was like, she kind of had a little bit of that attitude of she has to make sure that she tells me. What would you do in that kind of situation? Yeah, when somebody, they gotta, like they were the ones who gave you the advice, even though you've already been doing it for however long. Yeah, but that's one of the questions. How do you handle that? I know how I do. It differs really for me, between what's the situation, who's the person. Okay, pardon the blinker. But for this particular one, for these shoes, I used, they were clear ones. You could see through them, the insoles, plastic, rubbery. And I wore them for a while and everything. And then one day I noticed, it was very strange to me that, I went to put them on, and one of them was missing. The right one was missing. I'm like, now, how could that have happened? There's, by the way, that $61 million high school football stadium. It went over that after that, I think. But anyway, real life happens in the middle of videos. Or squirrel moments happen. But anyway, I was trying to figure out how in the world could an insole, whatever they're called, come out of a pair of shoes that are not, it's not open-toed or heeled or anything like that, and I'm walking on them, so how could it, be out of there? And I looked where, like in my SUV, where I was, couldn't find it, and I'd say, I just gave up. I guess a month or so went by, still hadn't found it, okay, well. Okay. But it did make me think, that's kind of like one of these faux pas in a way, because if I was in some store and it somehow came out of my shoe, how that would happen, I don't know. But can you imagine being in a store and you're walking around and you see an insole sitting on the ground? Or if somebody saw that happen to me, saw it, it come out of my shoe, that would be kind of strange. It was just one of those things that would be considered strange, Or maybe some people would be embarrassed for me, or I would get embarrassed. I don't know. I don't get that embarrassed anymore. Things happen. But So I was going to do a video about other things I've seen happen with people lately, and we all have these things happen to us, at times. And anyway, but I was going to connect it to this series that I'm going to do about situations that happen just by going to a library, for one of them, a college library, and start using those experiences and making videos out of them. Okay, and in the first video I made about it, I mentioned this of that I was walking around in the library and my legs started hurting, and I've been noticing this for a while now, and I'm wondering, why did my legs start hurting so bad? And it could be that I wear what they call knee pads, because I fell a couple of years ago and I don't want to do that again, and really hurt my knees, both of them. And I'm trying to stop using those because I haven't fallen in all that time. So anyway, besides that, I started noticing, I think that it's my socks. Are they just making socks really cheap these days so that they're too small, and it's like they think one size for women fits all? My feet are not all that big, and I didn't ever had troubles with socks until recently. So what's going on with that? They're just too tight. And I'm thinking, okay, well, what kind of shoes do I have that I could wear to get to this? What shoes could I wear that would, I don't have to wear socks with? And I don't have sandals. Sandals hurt my feet. And so I thought about these clogs or crogs or whatever. They had some really weird road signs going on out here. I haven't been to this part in a long time. But anyway, I'm going to find the sprouts. There it is. But, so, get back to the story so I can wrap it up. So, I was sitting there, and I had just gotten home after making part of that video that said that, and making that video, and I said this about, that my socks were hurting and all this stuff, so maybe I'd wear the shoes and all. And I'm laying there on the couch, and I was thinking about it, and thinking, okay, I need to start wearing those clogs, crogs, whatever. I need to start wearing those, okay? And then that would help. And right then, I stood up. Oops. Apparently, I'm really not good at parking this thing. Still, I just got this in May. But anyway. Okay, you're going to be looking at a brick wall. So, anyway, here it was. I was laying there thinking, okay, I could start wearing those. But I'm still missing a insole for like a month or however long. And I started to get up, and I said, what is that hanging out of underneath it's a carpet over we have a carpet rug, whatever you call them, over the hardwood floors, and there was something sticking out from underneath it. It was actually two little rugs together, and I looked, and it was something weird, and I said, I don't know. And then I looked back down, and I picked it up. It was that insole. I was just thinking about it. After all this time, I was thinking about this insole, and there it was, underneath, and I had never seen it before, but it was coming like a little bit of it from underneath that rug. It freaked me out. I'm serious. I'm one who believes in coincidences, but the timing of that, and the fact that it was just peeking out, and how in the world did it get there? I don't know. Seriously, how did it get there? And the whole situation all around. And Adam was sitting there. I was talking to him about it, and he was like, whoa, here he is. He's older than I, and he was freaked out about it, and I was freaked out about it. I said, no, what are the odds? Seriously. And in my mind, I'm going to say, okay, it was a coincidence, but it was just that freaky. Really, I know, and this is not a big story, and somebody spooky something come out from behind the house or something like that, but that was freaky. Coincidences usually don't, like I said, to me, they're just coincidences. It happens. Life is strange sometimes. But that one, I really sat there and said, no, I am not going to, I'm just did a video, then I'm just thinking about this, and then I come to this conclusion of, just wearing those, even though I'm missing that insole and all this, and right then I find it, after a month or more of it being missing. Yeah, so I don't know. How would you see it? Mine's rather logical. How would you see it as, and would you see it as logical or would you see it as kind of eerie? But I've got stories that are eerie. I mean, this is eerie too. But I have those that are weird things happen. But I just wanted to talk about this one because, like I said, I'm doing this series and it's kind of a part of it. But anyway, I'm wrapping this up because I'm going into Sprouts and get my day going. Talk to y'all later.